Have you ever had something traumatic happen to you? Something that had a lasting impact on your life? Something that affected the way you viewed the world? Or something that maybe affected your relationship with God? I know I sure have. And today I would like to take time to talk about this, and I hope that it's going to be uplifting. So we'll go ahead and run that intro and I'll get started. I want to share with you all today something that happened to me when I was young. Something that had a lasting impact on my life, and something that changed the way that I viewed the world. I will say it did have a pretty big impact on my relationship with the Lord as well. When I was 9 years old, my grandfather passed away, my mother's father. I was very close with him. His name was Carl, and he took me to Dollywood a lot. I would stay at him and my grandma's house a lot when I was little, because my dad worked a lot, and my mom, if my mom had to do anything, she'd just always drop me off at her parents' house. And I had just so much fun all the time with my grandma and grandpa, and grandpa really liked to put me up to things to kind of play and aggravate my grandma. but it was all good fun. It was all, just really loving, and used to buy me stuff all the time, used to build stuff together, used to do all kinds of things together, and I was very close to him. So whenever he got sick, I just thought, oh, he'll bounce back and recover. I'd never encountered death before in my life, and I just the thought of him dying just never even occurred to me. I was just like, oh, he's sick, like how I get sick with a cold or something. He'll get better. But his colon cancer grew worse and worse, and it spread to his liver, turned his skin yellow, and then he got put on hospice. Then he passed away, and it really turned my world upside down. I had never, like I said, encountered death before, and I did not know how to deal with it. It had a very lasting impact on me. Changed the way that I viewed the world. It made me first off, it made me very sad, and it left a hole, it left a void in my life, and that really made things hard. It made my social life. I was always a happy kid, and I still am a happy kid, but it did affect me. It made me kind of more prone to be sad sometimes, I guess. Maybe view things a little bit more negatively, like, oh, we're all just going to die someday anyway, type thing. And maybe caused me not to care as much as I should about things and that kind of thing. Now, maybe in your life you've not had someone pass away, but maybe you've had a breakup, or maybe a parent has left, or parents have gotten divorced, or maybe your dog died. I know when my dog died, it was very sad. It could be anything, small or big. But my hope is that you relate some way to what I'm saying and can take something from it. So to continue the story, when I got to be about 17 or so, I think it was about 17. It was when really I accepted Christ into my heart. And the thing about my relationship with God was that I was always kind of upset that he took my grandfather. I kind of viewed it as he took him early. He was only 56 when he died. And I wasn't seriously mad at God, like deeply, but I was kind of bothered that God would do something like that. I guess I didn't really understand why. And I think the Lord over the years has really revealed to me that my grandfather, first off, is in a better place. I have a video that Brother Monty Ellswick gave to me. He was the pastor that led him to Christ. Brother Monty looked at him and was like, do you believe in Jesus to be your Savior? And my grandfather said yes, and then he baptized him. And it wasn't long after that he died. And so I have that hope of seeing him again someday. And another thing was that I think my grandpa was very sick, very, obviously with the colon cancer and the liver, and then that spread to his liver and everything that he had. He was, he was suffering, and he's in a much better place now, and he is healed. He's not alive or with us, but he doesn't have cancer anymore. So that's awesome, when you view it like that. You can always view situations that are bad. You can always look at the bright side of life. And I always try to, even though, as I said earlier, this one event kind of made it hard for me to do so. I didn't really know how to accept the fact that he was gone. And I cried about it for years. I mourned for him for years. I really had a hard time dealing with it. And it wasn't until here recently that I finally came to peace and accepted his death. Just accepted the fact that he's not with us anymore. I'm 24. He died when I was 9. More of my life has been spent without him than was spent with him. And I realized that there's nothing I can do to bring him back. And I don't think he or the Lord wants me crying about it my whole life. But the thing that I want to share with you all, as far as me actually coming to terms and accepting his death, was that it took time, and it took me opening up to God about it. And it took me sitting alone with the Lord and just saying, God, why did you take him? God, I don't like that you took him. I don't like, just being honest with him, People talk about worshiping him in spirit and in truth. I was truthful with the Lord. I was just like, I don't understand why you took him. I don't understand why people have to die. And if you're going through something traumatic, talk to the Lord about things if it's bothering you, And I find that talking to God in such a way that you're talking like you're talking to a friend, just as if your best friend, only better, because God's just awesome. But imagine that you're talking to like your best friend. That's kind of how I talk to God, because prayer becomes burdensome and laborsome, cumbersome, if I'm trying to be way too formal with it. There's nothing wrong with being formal about it, and even reciting prayers. I love doing that. But sometimes you need to just be real with him and just talk to him like a friend. So just want to encourage you all to do that. God bless. Thank you all for liking, commenting, and subscribing on this video. And we'll see you in the next one.